YouTube, welcome back to Peglin. We're slowly but surely progressing the game state little by little. First time we saw the new challenges, and we're like, oh, how do these work? And I think we figured out how some of them work. I think we know what Orbit's nightmare is now, at the very least. Then, the next time we come back, we go all the way to, I think it's called the Observer of Radia, the final boss. I looked up the achievement list. In fact, actually, there's some interesting stuff about the achievement stuff. Anyway, we got to the last boss, and I was trying to figure out how it worked, and we fell over, sadly. He has a lot of health, though, is all I'm going to say, so I think you need to be on an insane build to actually beat the guy. We did actually, in the last episode, do a little achievement. There's 4 new achievements added to the game, and we actually knocked one of them out. We beat the Painbow. We got the Painbow challenge, and we succeeded in killing the guy, so... You know what, pat on the back for me, 2 episodes in, we're actually achieving something. But yeah, if you look at this one, the Observer of Radia, that is an achievement, so we have to beat Act 4. I'll also point out, I was actually looking at these achievements at the end of the stream just after I left YouTube. I noticed they've added, not this guy, so sorry, this gives me another clue of how to beat this guy, by the way. If you break those purple crystals, like, it starts the second phase faster. I assume there's an advantage for doing this, so anyway, we'll try and focus on doing something like this. But the one I noticed was this one. There's a new egg quest in the game. It's called Egg on Your Face. You have to put a yolk on the Observer, so... yeah, we're going to have a new egg quest series on our hands as well, so I think the developers have been watching the series. That's the only conclusion I can come to. Anyway, today we're going to do more Act 4 stuff on C20, of course. We're not going to do the Roundel today. I'm actually going to do the Paladin. The Paladin has received a few changes, but nothing as game-changing to the mechanics as the Roundel. In fact, none of the other characters have received as big a game-changing thing as the Roundel did. The Paladin has received a few nerfs as well, I think, unlike all the other characters. I think all the other characters only got buffs, whereas the Roundel, the Paladin got a nerf. In fact, it got 2 nerfs, I think. I believe Book Club now has lost piercing, so I think it's a big orb that gives you shields, although it did get a stat boost, so it's kind of like the old version of the Book Club, but it's now a big orb, so it depends if you value a big orb as a bonus or a negative. You could argue it's a buff from the original version, but it's certainly nerf from the previous version. Also, I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's the Training Tabard relic. One of those 2 relics where it combos, like, you know, shielding gives you Must Circle, or Must Circle gives you shielding. I think it's the shielding that gives you Must Circle one. You need to give it more shields now to get your Must Circle. I think it used to be 10 shields to get 1 Must Circle. It's now 12. So it's a pretty minor nerf, but it's a nerf nonetheless. On the flip side, though, there's about 5 or 6 orbs as this character, including Cersei, which I kept trying to call Double Trouble last time, which is the other multi-ball poor orb in the game, or classically was. That's also received a big buff, so... Let's see if the Paladin is still the best character in the game. I will say the start doesn't fill me with joy. Although, do we think the Observer of Radia is a flying enemy? He's just an eyeball. I'm pretty certain he's inside, like, this crystal structure, right? So, and I think that's on the ground. He's just flying in the middle of the board, so... yeah, I don't think he's going to count as flying. I kind of like Refresh Shield, but honestly, I think if I'm offered... basically just pure supportive. It's not really pure supportive. I don't know. I think about my normal methodology, I should take the Grabby Hand because it is the most offensive option, but it's a really niche offensive item. Whereas this is just a really good item. It does mean I'm pretty bad in the early game because it's effectively not taking a relic in the early game, since I'm almost never going to use Ambidextrary. But as I said, later in the game it's going to be so good, especially on the 2nd floor, then it starts to, like, shine. On the plus side, though, if I get Horrible Terrible, I can counterplay it now. Alright. This map, just give me a few bombs. And, again, the name of the game right now, we've not been doing it particularly well since I've, you know... I don't want to say come back to the game because I was gone for, like, 12 days, maybe. So it was hardly something that would make me really rusty. But since we've, like, got a little comeback, I keep missing the goal target on the first map. Also, let's see where we're going. I think we're going to go right. I think we want the elite over the treasure chest tile. We could go via a shop, so if I'm stuck for what to buy, as long as we have 50 gold, the shop would be worth it. And there's 2 elites over there. And there's actually a chest, so it's actually not that bad. Okay, I think this is okay. Let me semi-sandbag this shop, because I actually want to make sure I do get the 25, as I said, because otherwise, it puts you really behind in the game when you're trying to chase money. Because your first 3 or so tiles, I think it is, they're easier battles. After that, you're in the more difficult fight zone. And I said it before, I'll say it again, the Horrible has got situational good use. Sandbagging for money is one of its better situational good uses, so I'm very, very happy to to fire it if I have the chance to. Okay, this being said, I should make sure I don't get hit here. We are playing the Paladin, remember though. The Paladin has got a nice advantage compared to the other characters, that I start with 7 armor to protect my health total. And actually, I was wondering if this is one of the ways to get through the Observer, was that maybe the shielding can protect me from the max health reductions, which seem to be one of the gimmicks of the 4th act. Now, there's some interesting options here. In fact, there's a really interesting option here. I mentioned this to Twitch and YouTube, but I'll mention it to you. One of the reasons I'm streaming this now, because I was actually planning to stream something else today, but I kind of got, like, a bit of a nervous state last night before I went to bed. Like, I ended my stream, you know, we did the Act 4, well, we did the floor, basically, we got to the boss, we lost to the boss. And it was pretty comprehensive as a loss goes. And after the stream, I was getting a bit, like, nervous, as I said. Like, I was thinking, like, man, can I actually do a spreadsheet for everything to Act 4? Like, this is a sizable jump in terms of difficulty. It's not like... I always talk about the gap between the... I think the first and the second floor is bigger than the second to the third floor. And then I think the third floor is pretty stable until the final boss, where it can be, like, really, really a big jump. Act 4 is definitely the biggest gap between 2 acts. It's a monumental difference. And I couldn't help but think that maybe some things wouldn't be possible. Like, I was thinking specifically of, how am I going to do Iron Peg? How am I going to beat this guy with Call of the Void? This then got me thinking, I wonder if his, like, weird little orb things that he spawns, you know, that... They, like, give him boons, basically, like, these really powerful boons. The purple fire, the portals on the map, his ability to have intangible. I wondered if they counted as real pegs, because if they count as pegs, anything with a peg destroying effect should be really, really powerful. And conventionally, or like, theoretically, that means Call of the Void might actually be good on that fight. So that was my more of a prayer than anything. I suspect it's not. However, this gives me a chance to test it, assuming we get to Act 4. So I will take the Oh My Orb. It's not my favorite orb in the game. I know a lot of people swear by it. I do appreciate it's very, very, very good in the early game. But I like my pegs. I'm playing the game Peglin, not just Lin. Okay, where are we going here? We'll have to see. I said, it took me a while to figure out exactly what the gimmick was, what was going on. It is a lot of health, so like, we'll have to play it by ear. I was a little bit concerned though. It's like, can I actually do this with everything, or will I get into a situation where there's like a set 6 orb combo or something that can beat the guy? And then all I would have to do is like sneak in another relic, another orb every single time. Basically, I want it to be interesting. If it's just the same 6 or 7 orbs over and over again on the same 8 or 9, 10 relics or whatever it is that are needed to beat him, that's not that interesting, is it, right? It's not particularly spreadsheetable. But hopefully, as I said, we'll figure out actually what is going on properly. And I think we've slowly begun to work it out. In terms of buffs as well, Protect Orb has been buffed. It no longer says on it, doesn't deal damage. So it is a 0/0, but you can get damage off this orb. So, I guess theoretically it's a new orb. The only thing I'll say is, I'm fighting the slime, and Protect Orb is pretty bad on the slime fight, because any peg hit effect is normally not very good. So actually, I'm not going to take it right now. It's also common, or I think it's common. Maybe it's uncovered, but it is fairly common. I suspect we'll see another one later. So I'm not going to worry about it for now. Let's take some more levels into Oh My God, which also helps Baladroit. It's going to give me more and more armor. We don't super care where we're going here, so I'll do a little greed. Okay, never mind. I missed the peg. To be fair, it's better to be on the side of caution there. I really didn't want to take any damage, because as we said, the guy, the final boss, he strips your max health away from you. He does big damage, so we need to make sure we have as much health as possible going into that fight. Goodbye, Pebble, by the way. And yeah, I think we take some more generic fights. I'm still pretty certain that the usual plan for dealing with the first floor, in fact, just the usual plan to deal with Peglin at C20, I think it still applies since Act 4 has been added. I don't think it's really changed anything about it. We want to take early battles, because early battles are going to give you 25 gold, they give me options for orbs, they give me the upgrades, potentially healing as well. All good stuff. And then, as the game goes on, then we can be more and more like willing to take the question mark tiles. It's especially scary in the forest because there are a few events. I think that the duplicate event is still in the game. I don't think it's been changed. Famous last words. I'm actually not sure about that, so don't quote me yet. But if we get the duplicate event this early into the game, it's such a bad roll, because typically you don't want to duplicate things this early into the run. Oh, it's the book club. So yeah, it's not piercing anymore. It's just big. Base damage increases the more damage you take in this battle. I think for now, I'm still pretty happy with what I'm doing. Let me take another level into Oh My God. Which, again, means I start with more armor. I'll try and be very careful to not misnavigate, because now it is important. You know what? Spare me. Are you attack all as well? You are. Okay, clear a path to the bombs, please. Oh my God. Very nice. The right side of the board, nice and clear. Also, who do you think you are? I am. Okay, this has worked out okay. I was going to say, maybe I should have actually attacked the bat there, because I think the bats are more annoying just because they're so fast. But now that I've access, I think, to both these bombs, we can actually kill him fairly freely. Although I say this. Horrible, you can't do it. Okay, I'll accept getting hit by the bat here, probably. Unless we get a nice bomb hit. Okay, we didn't quite get it. But we have 18 armor. That's the whole benefit of this character. We are just so tanky. And you know what? Even more positives, I got a lot of gold. So I'm pretty happy. We are approaching the point, though, where... You know, actually, I was going to say, we're approaching the point now where I need to add more ups to the sack. What I could do is literally what I mentioned earlier. I can save 50 gold. Or try and endeavor to save 50 gold here and go to the shop instead, which is normally what I don't do in the forest. And I've said it before that I don't think it was ever the right place to go to the shop. I'm sort of loosening up on it and like softening up on the stance. I think now there are reasons to go to the shop on the first floor, but I still don't think it's necessarily the best play, but we have to figure it out. In part because now shop relics are cheaper than they once were. They are 30 gold, I think, now, compared to 50 gold for all the other items. So it might be worth it, you know, to like try and get the risky for a biscuit play. Alright, I'm looking for 180 here, please. Oh, okay, they still not changed the thing where Peg destruction orbs don't power slide properly. I kind of wish they changed that, but this is fine. One bomb ends it. I'm fine with it. We took no damage on this fight. That is a real rare occurrence. I think this has been changed as well, best orb fence. It has piercing on it, but only on enemies on the ground. Which is very interesting, because I don't think I really ever took this, but there's possibly reasons to take it. I will say, I don't think there's a reason to take it right now, but in the future, we should consider it. You've also had your icon change, Monster Training, I see. It looks like you've now grown old with age. Like, you've got, like, a white eyebrows and a little mustache. Deal 2 times damage when your health is below 25%. Actually pretty bad when you're thinking about Act 4 max health reduction, because that's not going to get your health below 25%, right? That's your max health dropping. That being said, do I need bombs on this build? No. I have 2 piercing orbs, and I'm pretty happy with both of them, so I'll take Monster Training. I will try and get to the shop. And let's see what we've got. 58 gold. Worst comes to worst, we'll remove an orb, which is, I think, a very reasonable play. Although we have ambidextrous, so it's not that reasonable. Okay, I do see that we have got a fish that is very big. And I do like the big fish. The problem with the big fish, though, is that I think there are better options here, basically. The ability to buy refresh tech is so nice. Also, there is some reason to take Nightcap. Increase my max health so I'm protected from max health reduction to some degree. I think this actually isn't a simple take. I think it's actually a bit more... There's a bit more nuance here. Mainly because I want to get to Act 4 again. But I suppose when I went to Act 4 last time, I was at like 40 or 43 max health, I think it was. So... As long as I don't take the Infernal Ingot, I will always be at more max health than I was before. And it wasn't a big issue. It was just like, it didn't help me, right? I think we'll always be happy to have refresh tech. Also, it's going to take me a bit of time to get this going. And there's a few times we tried to make the big fish work, and it hasn't. When it works, it's fantastic, don't get me wrong. And we always have got a big orb in the form of the Horror Ball. I'm going to take refresh. I kind of wish there was a way for sometimes to, like, you know, peek back into the past in an event and grab something you've already seen during the course of a run. Because I wouldn't mind grabbing big fish later, maybe, but I just can't justify it right now. Okay, Puppet's nice. Against a lot of enemies, especially the forest, is pretty weak though, because I'll probably only take like 1s and 2s damages, but later on I'm taking like 14 damage per hit. Yes, that's very good. Thank you very much. Okay, this fight is going to be one where I have to be a touch careful that I don't just destroy the entirety of the board with Oh My God. That being said, it might be worth it just as the big last hurrah to finish them off. I also want to look where the refreshes have gone. I think I will fire Oh My God. I think I'll fire into the middle as well. Just to clear a bit of a path so that if the refreshes goes to where it was before, or where it is now, sorry, I can access it to some degree. So I do kill one of them off, which is, you know, pretty good. Again, if I get out of this fight without getting hit, that's actually incredible pacing. I'm running out of pegs. Okay, we got the refresh. The puppet protects me. Can I do 79 damage on a sphere? Just about. Okay. So actually this is a really, really rare occurrence. Getting out of that fight without taking damage is actually pretty good. Now, one of the things is that the Observer of Radius has got an effect called like Spintertwined, I think it's called, where it says, I think it says if you take self-damage, they take damage too. So I also theorized that Red Bomb build might be quite good into this guy if you're just taking a ton of self-damage. I don't think I go for it. Oh, one of the other things which is kind of interesting that I see crits of Barlos. They removed some of the crit orbs from this character. Like, you can't get the Dag Orb as this character anymore. There's something else you can't get. So it's really interesting that Crits of Barlos is still in the pack, but they seem to have tried to, like, move the character away from the Baladin crit build, which, to be fair, we've only ever achieved one time over the course of the entire Peglin series, but when we achieved it, it was very fun. I guess, to be fair, you won't ever put in the Dag Orb in that build, so it probably is an okay thing. Like, it's trimmed the fat rather than trimming the prime cut. Okay, let's take this spin up another level now. Okay, it's Grinding Monstera. Now, this is some counterplay to losing max health. Let's just gain more max health. The final thing of things I was thinking about to get, I actually wouldn't mind Ball Lightning now if it shows up. I think I actually will take it if I can afford it. Purely because I think I need some new tech that I'm going to call Hit All Tech. I think that's the tech... Excuse me, hold on a sec. I think that's the tech I'm going to need to hit all these orbs that the Observer generates that give him buffs. Anyway. Oh, it's the Waterfall event. They've just changed the iconography. Okay. Yeah, I'll check down the Waterfall. Okay, we get Alien's Rock, which currently does nothing for me, but... You never know. If we get a targeted orb, it's now considerably better. You guys don't want any of this. Like, you can't handle this heat. Give me your max health. The actual, like, difficulty here is just sandbagging long enough to get all the health that I'm owed. Again, just slow it down a little bit. So close to that other max health. Yeah, 17 arms to play with as well. You know what? Keep sandbagging. Nah, we can probably just end it. I know we're gonna like miss out on 3 max health potentially. But fairly efficient. Again, I'm not super hot on anything here. So I might save the money. Orbus is somewhat tempting because it does give me scaling, but it's really, 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 really slow scaling. But perhaps I'm okay with that. Hello, Keeper. You know what? I'll take it. We've also got ambidextrous, so we can actually like play around it a little bit. In fact, I'm more than willing to misnavigate. I'm actually trying to do it right now. Perfect. So perfect. I had armor to protect me from misnavigation, and I wanted the max health. Okay, this guy, I just need to be a little bit careful, because I could destroy pegs, and I could hit a situation where I can't really kill him anymore. Fortunately, I think those red ones come back. Also, I just wanted to open the path to those bombs. We're probably in the marketplace, yeah. The crit is worth more to me than the non-crit, so I will aim for crits when they show up. Yes, it was a spectacular stream. We had a lot of viewers. I know. People are still hot for the Peglin action. To be honest with you, I think the community to some degree were waiting for the next act as well. We've seen Bearded Man, you know, beat game at this point. We want to see Bearded Man beat game harder mode. Alright, it's about halfway dead. I get Vord. Send this into the red slime if you don't mind. The crit would be nice. Okay, we didn't get the crit, but still 200 damage. Never gonna complain. I might want to take the bombs here as well. Okay. We don't want the crits actively anymore. Again, just send it towards the red slimes. Okay. Pretty clean. Okay, Snowball has been improved. So, we have to reevaluate the Snowball. So, if you know what the change of the Snowball is, the Snowball, it used to be for every 25 pegs hit, but it had to be on the board at that time, if you know what I mean. Once the Snowball went off the board, it would reset that timer or counter back down to 0. Now it doesn't reset the counter, it remembers where it was in the sequence. So yeah, between shots, it keeps it scaling, so theoretically you should be able to get to a bigger and bigger Snowball faster and faster and faster. Now, I will say, I don't know if it's actually intrinsically what I want right now for my grand plan of getting to Act 4. We do have 2 other piercing orbs. And I think if you're going to do the Snowball, you should, like, fully embrace Snowball, aka we take more Snowballs. That being said, its new thing, I think, is a fan favorite as well. And I've got the money just to instantly put a level into it. Okay, I will also be honest with you here. I suspect Act 4 with Constricting Chains is going to be really, really hard when you have to, like, have very specific targeting. I'm not saying impossible. Well, maybe I am. But for now, let's not take it. Even though I'm a big believer of the Constricting Chains as an item. But I don't think it's a sensible play here. I will also say I don't love the chains for the Snowball. Okay, now you've got the creative juices flowing. It might be really bad, though. That's kind of funny, but I think I'm not going to do it. I think the Painbow Slime has no chance against my build. My build is just piercing. Okay, so the weird situation now that I want is, I want the Cursed Mask at some point, because the Cursed Mask overrides the Constricting Chains for the first few turns. I did also forget I've got Oh My God, so my board is mainly gone at this point. That's fine, I don't need a board. Who needs pegs in Peglin? Again, my favorite game is just Lin. Multiples are quite good on the Act 4. Okay. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff to play with anymore. I've got a lot of board left. We're doing the bombs, to be honest with you. Come on. Okay, that should be the fight. Also, it's going to be really awkward with grinding Monstera down, but... Wow, I took way more damage this fight than I was expecting to. I just couldn't get those bombs at the bottom to help me. Okay, we're going to also take Abrasion, which is just the source for this character. I will instantly put a level into it. I do need some protection now from the Abrasion effect, but we can find that. In fact, it's probably a good time to take Protect Orb or something like that. Alright, Abrasion, go get him! Perhaps as well, maybe, we don't find the Oh My Orb as a starting orb. Maybe that's the finisher. That's the closer now. Right, Snowball, let's see what you can do. Do you get piercing instantaneously? You do! Oh my god, it's a snow day. Okay, this is pretty close to finishing territory, I think. I'm not going to fire Abrasion because I don't think I need to. I think I can finish this battle without it. I do want the Monstera stuff, so I'll aim for that. Whoops. I got a triple shot. I missed the grinding Monstera. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, that's fine. Didn't take damage. Not taking you. We're too reliant right now on upgrading. I also want to save some money. Actually, I'm going to save some money. Cool. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to actually misnavigate there, but it's fine. We missed out on 1 max health. As a reminder as well, this is going to be instantly upgraded to level 2. This is the change to the pachinko boards. I actually don't want anything here, I think. Sadly. Who am I fighting, by the way? Okay, I need armor generation at some point. It's actually essential. Yeah, there's nothing here I want. So if it's a shop relic, I can buy it at 40. Otherwise, it's an upgrade, probably. It is a shop relic. It is also really good. It's insanely good. Oh my god, a Snowball as well, though. Oh, I'm so sorry, Snowball. It can't be you. I have to take the reduced damage because I've got Abrasion. And Abrasion can carry me to the Promised Lands. If I get the duplicate all event, Snowball, I promise you I'll take it. Also, I'm going to rat this guy out. I want an elite battle. Okay, I don't want to fire this instantaneously. On this board, at least. It's a snow day instantaneously. Right, here comes my big scaler. Very nice. Owning more snowballs doesn't have a benefit, so duplicate all doesn't give you the immediate benefit. I thought it upgraded all snowballs though, so the more snowballs you have, the more of them get upgraded to higher stat lines. Isn't that how that actually works? I thought legitimately that was like part of the point. It's not hitting pegs. Yeah, but if I have more snowballs, I have more opportunities to hit more pegs. It's kind of what I'm getting to. I was gonna say, have you missed the grinding with stereo peg, but you haven't? Oh, I didn't quite kill the guy in front, sadly. Oh my god, look at these big snowballs! Look at him! Some real damage. Okay. That being said, look at the real damage. Look at the real damage we're about to take to our face. I need to clear a path to the refresh. We have we have monster trading active. The crit nearly has punished me. I think I have to find the Terror Ball here. Yeah, because if I trigger this twice, I die. Okay, we're fine. We're not fine. Okay, I forgot. It takes into account the damage when you hit the shot. I was working on my head that I was going to get the monster training damage on top of it, but it's actually mid-shot it calculated, so I wasn't fine. Okay, that's just constructing change things. It was, like, okay, but... possibly a bit of ordering. There's an interesting world here, right, where you get infinite bulwark, but I've never really made that build work before, so... I think just 1 damage is the best course of action. Okay, we're fighting the mole, so piercing would be good. Snowball's potentially good. Alright, how are the new line of we fight on the right side, we fight on the left side after that? How's that sound? We just do as much carnage to the board as is humanly possible. I hope something sticks. How did you find the gap there? Is all I want to know. Okay. Right side, there's a lot of bombs down here. Surely you accidentally hit one of them. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you. I even got 25 gold, which was somewhat fortunate. Okay, we do not want the cleave orb, because I'm probably not going to be on the crit build. Cersei is being buffed. When this orb leaves the pegboard, you get 1 bulwark and it has multi-ball. I will try it. It's new orb, so to speak. Do I think it's game-changing? Probably not. I also think it does more damage, right? Or like more base damage rather than crit damage. I'm definitely not taking special button. I want mid or right. Acceptable. I'm actually not sure I would have taken the additional crits on the board. Because actually one of the reasons I lost that last run then was I couldn't avoid the crit on one of my shots with multi-ball. Also, we're going to miss this elite, sadly, because of Pachinko, Plinkus, Dinkus, like, situation occurring. So, already we are pretty behind in the game, I think. But hey, it's recoverable still, I think. It's just going to be really hard. Is the Minotaur the Plinkus saved me? Perhaps. Yeah, getting rid of this pesky crit would be fantastic, actually. Oh my god. I keep sniping it right now. Okay, we're almost certainly taking damage here. Actually, maybe not. No, we're taking damage here. Okay, that's acceptable. 2 damage after this battle, fine. Book Club, as a reminder, doesn't have piercing anymore. It used to, not anymore. Offering does have piercing, though. However, I could just upgrade what I've got in the sack. Let me take Sphere up a level, I think. and we'll go from there. We definitely want the early elite. Okay, there's still 2 elites on the floor for me. How have I cleared so many pegs and hit so few bombs? Decided to make Book look bad again? Kind of. I'm not sure if it is worse than it was before, and even before, like, it was somewhat usable. But it's definitely closer to what it was before than what it ended up being. I think part of the issue was that with Big Fish being added to the game, if you had Book Club, you sort of just did everything. You had survivability, you had damage, you had piercing, all just in one orb. So it was a bit oppressive. That being said, do I think it was the best thing that had piercing? Nope. But just don't tell the developers that. Otherwise, they might hit, you know what. Okay, Ball Lightning, as I said earlier in the run, I actually want to take it because I think theoretically it could be really good on the final boss fight. And I just want to check it out. Doesn't require me to get there, but we might get there. Alright, get to the bombs. Don't hit the crit. God damn it! Cersei, you're such a cruel mistress as this character. You give me multi-ball, which means you're more likely to hit the crit, and you really don't hit the crit. Let's go down vaguely towards the right side. I want a lot of damage here. Honestly, this fight is why I upgraded the sphere, right? Fuck, I didn't want the refresh. Okay, it's still okay. It's good damage into the actual boss. I'll clear another path out to the middle. I'm not thrilled by where the refresh has gone. In fact, we're probably going to have to accept at some point that the bomb dream is not going to be the actual dream. We might have to accept it right this second, in fact. Okay, I've accepted the bombs are not the way forwards anymore. As soon as I do that, I hit one of them. I mean, I'm not going to complain hitting one of them right. It's still good for me, but... Right, we take a small hit. Please don't hit the crit. Why are you going back towards the left side? Okay, stay on the far left, that's fine. Far left and far right, perfectly balanced. Okay, we want nothing here, because to be honest with you, we just want to upgrade everything that we've got. What do you become out of interest? You just get more and more damage, right? Okay. That's fine. I think I take you up a level, and then probably I do Ball Lightning after that. Whenever I lose Bulwark, I gain balance. Every 3 times I refresh the board, I gain Must Circle. It's really difficult because these are both, like, scalers. So, once I take one of them, I'm probably not going to embrace the other one. Currently, I have no way to generate armor. And I think normally when you take this, you want to do the self-damage build for it. Basically, we need to get Abrasion. If I take this, I probably can't use it particularly well right now, but if I get the Leaf later... If I get the Leaf the Less for later, then this is really, really good. I suspect this is easier to enable, though, than this, because it requires me to get the Leaf. Whereas this will always work once, at least. At some point, I mean, actually, I say that. Maybe that's the perfect situation for Cersei. It gives me 1 Bulwark. Well, sorry, 2 Bulwark, I suppose. Alright, let's try it. But as I said, if I get the Leaf now, it's somewhat like the wrong play, but how was I meant to know? Hello. Theoretically, I like you. So let's try it. Also, we're going to go for the later elite. That is also fine by me. Alright, I instantly punished for not taking the refresh options. We're going to get the Leaf, aren't we? The Cookie, the Leaf. I had the perfect refresh build and I spared the chance of getting it. Oh my god. It's all refresh tech stuff. It's fine. As long as we don't see the leaf instantaneously, I still think this was the right play. We don't need a lot of healing as this character either, because we'll have armor, right? Right? I wish I did a tiny bit more damage to you, but hey-ho. Alright, let's get to the bombs. How did I find the gap both ways there? I just riddle me this. Alright, let's fear tech the bats. Unlock this bomb as well. How greedy. You know what? Super greedy. I was going to say, surely we get the bomb here. You know what? That's actually a pretty clean fight. Are you on Discord when I reach Act 4? What kind of relationship do you think I have with you guys? You check back in when you need me. Vine can do it? Alright, that's fine. If you want to get one of the fellow members of the chat to get them to risk doing it, that's okay. Okay, Accentuate is self-damage is kind of what I wanted with this. Gives me scaling as well, which is quite nice. I am going very wide right now, wider than I would like to. But this is a rare orb. Also, I think this has been changed, has it? Yeah, you get more Moss Circle off this. It's better than it used to be. So again, for reasons of that, I'll take it. But I am very, very wide right now for what I would want to be. I think we just don't level Ball Lightning for now. I'll grab it in a bit. Not the guy I wanted to fight. Also, I would have liked my good orbs at the top, not the bottom. I know, it's a really bizarre strategy game. I'm not going to fight the golden orb here, I think. I need the bosom protected. Otherwise, we're going to have some issues. We're going to have some issues anyway, to be fair, but... I'm so close to the refresh. Alright. Do I take Ball Lightning to try and get me to it? Okay, I get this with Ball Lightning. I get hit, but I've got 11 armor, so it's not the biggest loss ever. Please, I have to go this way. I know it's a waste of the refresh, but I can't afford to hit the crit. How did you go off the left side of the board there? Did you quantum tunnel? Anyway, even with the weird quantum tunnel, like, I still got there. Okay, I think I want to upgrade this now to give me a bit more damage. Also, this will strip off any armor I generate from Cersei. So I'll then... by proxy, get balance, which is another scaler. Okay, we can remove the crits off the board. It must be done. I think crit equilibrium is, like, for this character, maybe the best relic in the game. Because you can do a crit build as this character, as I said, but this is good either way. It enables both builds. I should sphere tech you guys. I thought I was going to miss the bat. I was like, is this sphere tech territory? I'm not sure. Okay, that's insane. I got both bombs. Very nice. Alright, Ball Lightning, go get me the money, please. And actually, I will say, you know, we lost the previous run. I won't say this is a fantastic run, but we're playing well, right? I'm not taking too much damage. I have a lot of health going into the boss battle. I do want to try this at some point as well, but I think this isn't the run for it because I'm going to be trying to strip my armor off. It does come with piercing, though, so it's better than it used to be. Right. This then leads me to the next question of what is the next best thing to upgrade, because I actually don't have a lot of piercing, which is what you normally want in this battle. So I kind of don't really know. I don't think I'm going to fight Electrum, at least for most of this fight, since I want the pegs to be on the board. Ball Lightning has a little bit of a task here, because we can sometimes target them all if we get lucky. So I could hit him with the Ball Lightning. I could upgrade Cersei, but that just does more raw damage, which actually isn't that... It's not that impactful, actually, in this battle, because I'm going to be hitting the tree more often than not. So I think, actually, the play is Ball Lightning, which is pretty... It's pretty bad, but... In fact, I might double upgrade it. The other line is to upgrade this instead, but I'm actually okay with this. We can get another one. Nah, not right now. I'm still on the fence of I don't know if it's actually that good yet. It's probably okay. It could suffer from the same things like Rub-Up has, where it could do like insane single target damage, but equally, if you can't give it piercing, what's the point? Like, I've done 100 damage to the tree, fantastic. But, what have I done? I've buffed them all. That's all I've really done here. I actually want to hit the crit here, weirdly. Nice refresh, decent damage. Okay, so I need to fire this off because I want to time it so that I can fireball lightning into the boss. And if I discard it now, I couldn't hit him. It enables Peace of Mind more. I guess, theoretically, the real answer is I want to grab Abrasion at some point. That's the true solution. Also, it only enables it while I have something to strip it off again. Which I guess I could use the boss for that stripping purpose, but... Wow, Ball Lightning, you did some serious damage there. To be fair, I have given you 4 boss circles, so you should be doing something. All this being said, I wish I had a bit of refresh tech right now. Ow. Okay, let me just work my way towards the refresh. So, next turn I can target. I think I do fire this. Okay, I got the refresh, which was worth it. So I do fire this, because next turn it's the tree. Okay. And then we go for the bomb, and this will give me some armor. In fact, I think he's going to get in my face now. We're actually pretty close to breaking the tree as well. Huge. Okay, we're out. Okay. I mean, again, I kind of wish he got the orb offer after the relic offer, because I don't really want to take anything here, but there are the situations where I might want to take something here, depending on the relics. I think for safety reasons, because most of this is common anyway, for safety reasons, let's just take some upgrades. Let me upgrade you, because you're actually pretty bad at level 1. I'll take you all the way to level 3, and you can finance my operations going forward. I knew I was going to get the leaf! Okay, we should probably take it. I know we can't get the broccoli anymore. It will enable the cookie, though. The cookie will give me some sort of healing. I've also got this, so I'm actually getting damage off, and it's 3 times damage. I would have had an insane build if I took Brassicate Knuckles, but... what can I do? Add a matching pebble for every pebble in your deck. No. Start the next act by fighting a mini-boss from the act with no rewards from it. Potentially. Okay, you know what? I know I said I want to get to Act 4, but I want to see what happens when I take this. I assume it's the same thing that happens in Act 3, when you get 100 Darkness on it. So I just can't see anything, which should be bad for targeting build, but I'm not a targeting build, so let's do it. I also assume I can't see the enemies, like I won't know what fight I'm in except for the board state. Okay, you can see the enemies, so the enemies were invisible. Okay, fair enough. That's kind of trippy though. In theory, though, this fight should actually be... oh, sorry, this downside shouldn't be a downside, right? Because at this point in the game, I should know the maps. And obviously, I remember every single peg I've hit. That's actually the bad part of it, is remembering the pegs you've hit. Rainbow Slime is actually extremely useful as well, buddy. Because now I can see the pegs based on the gold. Okay, armor generators become way better. Also, who am I fighting? It's Ballista Boys. Is it always the Ballista Boys now? Actually, I fought the wall before, right? Let's take upgraded version of Protect up. And by upgraded version, I mean, like, it does damage now. I will stick a level into you immediately. And I will then regret it because I'm going to the shop. I forgot about that. Actually, to be fair, I don't need to go to the shop. Okay, this has been nerfed. It used to be 10, I think it's now 12. I don't think it's a big deal. That's funny. I mean, that's comedy, right? I have a new hardest challenge. Open the chest without being able to see the pegs. You know, I'm going to try this. I know I haven't got the money. I really don't want to go to the shop, but I haven't got the money for the shop. Why is there a peg there, by the way? Okay. I haven't got the money for the shop, but, like, I'm losing a tile either way. So as you can see, Protect up now, it's actually doing real damage. I want these bombs, but I can't get these bombs. There's a mysterious invisible force field blocking me. I guess theoretically as well, this is a buff to Unicorn Horn, because it actually shows you if you're hitting something, and the Unicorn Horn gives you a longer reach to see what you're trying to hit. How have I not destroyed this peg yet? I just want the bombs, man. Maybe I'm hitting the refresh, whatever. Get the piercing to kill him. Yes. You are welcome to the build. I am so wide right now, but I think I've only added good stuff to the sack. Famous last words. Misnavigating there was the optimal play if I could have done it, but I didn't. I had 20 armor. Ooh, more damage, don't mind if I do. Also, another free chance to try and do this. I missed every single bomb. Good. Okay, well, if the snowball shows up, maybe there's some marketplace for this. Sonic's gold orb, I've never fired it, I know. You barely notice the elongated figure lurking in the shadows. You hear an oddly alluring voice in your head. Do you crave power, little Peglin? You want to make a deal? Is this the Infernal Ingot? Did they change this event since, like, yesterday? Was this guy here? I don't remember it looking like this. Anyway, I actually shouldn't accept the offer. It's the really rare case where I don't accept it. I've got the cookie and I've got the leaf. I just don't need it. I'd rather have the max health. The figure makes no movement to follow you, and you're out of the clearing just in a few seconds. It takes longer for the chill to leave my body. Okay. Right. There's more pegs! There's more pegs! Wait, the more pegs? Actually, I can't remember. Is this... Did you always have to navigate this way? I have no memory. Please go left. One more refresh for the pile. Okay, well, this is going to be a good test. Well, it's a somewhat good test. Normally, if you can kill this guy before he slaps you, the wall will be easy to kill. However, I'm not fighting the wall. I'm fighting the Ballista Boy, but I think there's still some logic there. If you kill this guy before he slaps you, you're probably in a decent position to beat the boss of the floor. Yeah, if I picked Broccoli, we'd be in such a better position. I still don't think it's bad. I think we could maybe make this work still, but... It's definitely, like... In the short term, I would have got way more value from it. Okay, renewed vigor needs to get a double level, by the way, when it comes up. I'm actually going to try and sandbag the shot for money. Admittedly, it's quite hard because I don't know what the pegs are that, you know, are the money pegs or not the pegs, or if the peg's there or not. It's really hard to tell. Electrum, money me, please. Okay, that's some good value. Also, 900 damage, I think. This has to get a double level, because that increases my scaling exponentially. That is just more scales. I will take it. I have 19 armor. That was fine. That was free. Mirror Knight, I'm blind. I can't see you. I can't see my reflection. Surely that counts as you. Oh, I do have one thing to target you. I was going to say, do I have nothing to flip you? But I do. To be fair, I think I'm just going to try and kill you, though. Holy shit, that was a lot of damage. You copied the crit, you swine. It reflected a non-existent crit. Okay, that's fine. I got around it. This has also been changed, by the way. So it gains scaling for each self-damage taken in the battle, but it also does self-damage when you fire it. And also increases your self-damage. So it's like, I think it's a nerf overall to the bully ball, but I think it could still work. I probably do take it because I think it's the direction I want to go into. I know I've got the big fish, but... In the sack you go. And it reduces the self-damage, like, increase each level. And then you get more stats. It's kind of an interesting take on it. I think it's just to stop you having, like, 8 bully balls or something and winning the game that way. Okay. I'll take more damage. Or not. I actually have no armor right now. But I also can't see where I'm going. Not going to remove all the orbs, funnily enough. That seems like a hard throw. Let's remove an orb. I will get rid of the Terror Ball. And it's going to be interesting, because I think we're in a situation right now where we just need to blow this guy up. I don't really have any clever tech, particularly. Also, I'm not going to Electrum the board right now. That's like a poor idea for me. I also don't have a lot of piercing, so actually, I could really come unstuck here. I didn't really plan with this guy in mind, which I definitely should have done. But yeah, I'm really, like, I'm lacking. I just need the sphere, I think, to get me. We are still in mental battling him there as well, so it's not completely worthless, but it's not great either. So Bully Ball's 11-6 right now, but I think that's actually pretty weak. I really should upgrade this as well at some point. I didn't quite get back to full health either, but I did generate 14 more armor, which admittedly is going to get removed a little bit now. And now I've got my 2 orbs, right, that can target the boss. So we'll send this. And then we send the sphere. I'm so nervous anytime I fire this because, like, I can't tell where the gaps are in the board anymore. You know what, Horrible? I think you can actually do some work here. You're a 12-3, so... And you've also got the big fish damage. Ow. Okay, I need to... Hold on a second. I need to hit 4 refreshes if I target the boss, otherwise I die. No, I have to hit 5 refreshes. I think I can do that. Famous last words. Uh-oh, we're dead. It maybe was a bit greedy, that. Come on. If only I'd taken the fucking leaf. Not the leaf, the broccoli. We're in such a good position. I went too, like, greedy on new stuff there. I should have taken a bully ball. It didn't need to be in the sack. I also should have recognized I needed piercing at some point. Where are you time-wise? Alright, YouTube, that'll do for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave a like, subscribe? Everything helps me out. See you next time. Bye.